The best crypto coins for 2024 to make generational wealth. Hi guys, today we'll be doing the full overview of top 50, top 75 of CoinMarketCap in terms of the best tokens with price projections for 2024. Let's start with the king of it all, BTC. I put it in 3 to 5x right away. The reason for that is obviously I do see BTC doing 3 to 5x from the current prices. The main reason for that is Bitcoin ETF, and in general we should see market pumping up due to election year, due to the high chance of money printers started to work again, and a lot of things in the process as well, like tokenization and more focus on crypto, real world assets, probably Ethereum ETF as well. So there are a bunch of bullish events that are planned to happen in 2024. That's why I see 3 to 5x on BTC, and all this liquidity, once BTC will go sideways, will be moving into the altcoins. The first one of which is Ethereum. So Ethereum, I see it at 5x currently. So it's 5x plus, I would say, from this matter. So I think we should see ETH at around $10,000 USD. I like this narrative that's going on currently, that Ethereum is a dead coin and nothing can be built there and things like that. And the same thing was happening in Solana in the middle of the summer, and Solana has done 10x from there. So I do like a lot that a lot of people are shitting on Ethereum at this stage. They might be able to do something with the transaction fees and things like that, but in terms of like really sending large amounts, $50, $100 transaction fee, it's still nothing. And there are a lot of like dApps on Ethereum. There's largest amount of dApps on the whole market on Ethereum as well. So I think it's quite stable 5x, but I'm not in crypto for a 5x. I'm in crypto for more things. So let's move on. We have Apecoin. So not a lot of people are actually bullish on this project, but there are quite a few bullish things happening. They have crazy people in terms of the teams, like ex-Blizzard employees working there. They have a bunch of games coming out. They are funded, and it's a part of the largest NFT collection on the market, which probably will do crazy numbers by the peak of 2024, 2025. So I'm actually thinking here in the range of 10 to 25x, but just of the fact that it's such a low market cap, I think, at this stage, and so many people don't believe into this coin at this, I would put it at 25x. I think it's just a stable thing from this point. Our next one is Atom. So Atom is quite large market cap, Cosmos currently, but we do also see interesting projects essentially appearing in Atom, like Celestia and others, and it's a very nice foundational ecosystem that allows you to build a lot of things. A great team here as well, and just from the point of view of market cap, it's top 20 currently, so we should probably see it at 8x on the whole market at least, because we're at around 1.7 trillion market cap, and we should probably see like 10, maybe 12 trillion market cap by the peak of 2024, 2025. So in terms of the Atom, I'm thinking about 5 and 10x. I would probably put it in 10x currently, but I think it's more positive scenario. Like more conservative scenario would be like 5, 7x for Atom at this stage. Then we have AVAX, and AVAX is kind of huge because it kind of follows Solana, and it follows the game narrative, I think, better than Solana. And there are some talks happening on the market that gaming can essentially attract a lot of, and probably will attract a lot of the users into Web3, into all this like decentralized economy, and finally being able to own your assets that you spend so much time on acquiring. So it's around 70 million market cap at this stage. I just like the bullish narrative of AVAX. I think I would put it in 10x as well. So in terms of the AVAX, I'm quite bullish on it in terms of the gaming and things like that. It was 2x from the highs. So it almost at all-time highs in comparison to other tokens, because it was like $125 and currently it's at 48, so $50. 10x, it's quite, I would say it's quite positive for there. So I would say somewhere between 5 or 10x. I would just put it on 5x at this stage because of like how large the market cap is currently. But yeah, just something, it's very nice and safe play, and there are a bunch of games that have been developed there as well. So 5x from these numbers just because it grew so much at this stage. So it's kind of like Solana because it did like 5x from the low. So it's a bit worse than Solana because Solana has done a 10x, but it's still quite nice. Next one is Cardano. It's basically quite a large market cap at this stage already. So if you would check, it's 20 billion market cap. It's actually only 4 billion larger than AVAX. So I would put it at 5x as well. There are some developments that are going on Cardano, and essentially the community is quite strong. The community is working on the token as well. There are a bunch of products appearing there and things like that. So it's quite interesting. Speaking of BNB, it will depend on Binance, but I think it's still like people chain, and we did not see it pumping yet. I think it's quite high in terms of the current numbers. So 5x it's a harder play for me because I think some things might be happening with centralized exchange and with the whole BNB narrative. So I would put it at 5x, but it's more like at 3x maybe, but it will essentially depend on the market cap of the whole thing, and the fact that a lot of people, they like don't believe in BNB at this stage. It's kind of the similar thing with Ethereum, which is a great time to buy into the whole thing. So Crypto.com is, I think, second largest UX exchange. They were doing crazy numbers last cycle. If we would check the market cap, title of the whole thing is very nice. So the domain of the website, crypto.com, it's very bullish as well. So it's down like how much? 9x from all-time highs. It didn't move much. So we have this narrative that sexes would probably not be doing well. But I think Crypto.com, they are attracting new volumes. They're working on new things. They're in the US along with Coinbase. And it's the only option for US people to be able to buy lower caps tokens, because Coinbase is only listing like large caps once the token is already pumped and things like that. So I think with Zero, we might do like a stable 10x because it was a 10x in the previous cycle. And I think everything will be fine with this project. So Dogecoin, you can't neglect memes, because the first thing that people from the street, when they would be hearing about crypto, like it's hard for them to buy like Ethereum, different chains, layer 2s, BRC20s and things like that. It's easy to buy a picture of a dog and let the picture of the dog search and move up. So from all-time highs, it's at 0.765 and right now 0. So it's 6.5x from the all-time high. So I do think that it will definitely do well. The market cap is quite high currently. It's around 13 billion at this stage. I would probably just put it at a 5x at this stage, but I think it might do a 10x just because of the fact that it's a meme coin. But the narrative that I would kind of have here is that we should see new meme coins coming out on the market as well, and which is quite bullish by itself. Then we have DOT. Nice ecosystem. A lot of products are being developed on DOT. Currently, a lot of bullish events are planned in 2024. Let's check out the market cap and see what might happen with DOT. So it's at 10-11 billion currently. It's actually pumping right as I'm recording this video, which is quite nice. I would probably want to put DOT in between 5 and 10x. In terms of the ecosystem and different things that are being developed there, let's be conservative here. I would put it at 5x, but I think it might be closer to the 10x in terms of the whole narrative, things like that. It's just that the market cap is quite large at this stage. At the same time, if it would be able to hold the current positions, and if we would get this like 8x on the whole market cap of crypto, that should do an 8x. So I think it might be somewhere around like 7x, 8x stably from here. Then we have Filecoin, which is an interesting project by itself because it's an infrastructure project. I think it's heading all this decentralized infrastructure narrative, and it's only at 3 billion market cap at this stage. So I would put it actually at a 10x because I think this narrative with decentralized infrastructure, it will pump hard in the upcoming market, and there is a high chance that Filecoin will essentially do its thing. So I would be putting it there. Then we have Flow. Flow is a blockchain developed for NFT specifically. So I don't think it was doing well with the fact that like most of the NFTs, like they died out and things like that. And it's 30x down from all-time highs, which is quite interesting if you would check it out. I think the narrative for NFTs might come back. The main issue that I might have with the Flow that it's still dead once all like foundational tokens, they pump from time to time currently as well. And the fact that Flow is using their own development language, which is quite hard to pick up for engineers. So in terms of Flow, yeah, I would want to be conservative. 5x at 1 billion market cap, maybe 10x. I just want to put it at 10x just because of the market cap is so low. It's like 1 billion at this stage, but at the same time would heavily depend on the team, and I'm not too convenient in Flow as well. So let's just leave it at 10x, but 10x if everything will be going properly with the engineering, with the development team as well. Then we have ICP. So that's definitely 25x from my point of view because it's Amazon Web Services in Web3 in crypto. I think they've announced that they would be adding a BRC20s infrastructure support, which is huge, and I think it's going to be one of the main narrative, especially DeFi on Bitcoin with stacks. So I see 25x from here in terms of ICP, and it has done quite nicely recently. So if you were buying it like at I think $3, $4, you can expect to do 100x. So yeah, you actually had a chance to buy it at 2.9, which is quite nice, which is like 3x from here. 25x from here, yeah, I think quite doable with decentralized infrastructure narrative and being Amazon and Web3. Quite bullish. So then we would check out Chainlink. Chainlink is huge because it's the only one way you can get real life data to approve smart contracts. It's definitely used by a bunch of applications already, and it will be used. And with a lot of institutions coming, a lot of people actually saying that it will like surge more. And I know millionaires from last cycle that are buying like Chainlinks in huge chunks as well. And we have some alternatives to Chainlinks in PRC, in BRC20, which is the token that I would probably be mentioned in some of the videos as well. We have PIF, which is quite nice as well. So it has 8 billion market cap, but I'm just too bullish on Chainlink. Just because of the market cap, I think I would put it at 10x at this stage, but I think it easily might be 25x once this thing will be picked up by a lot of companies and a lot of teams, and it's already been picked up by a lot of people. Litecoin, it's kind of a dead old Litecoin, like previous cycles. Interesting things that they stated on the Twitter that they're still like the largest used finance system because transactions are fast and still a lot of people that transact within Litecoin. So it's 5 billion market cap at this stage. I would put it at 5x at this stage just because of the fact that it's from previous narrative, so it's kind of hard for it to pick up nicely. But at the same time, I still see exposure. I still see this surging up, and I do have some exposure to Litecoin ordinals, which I think a pretty nice play if you don't want to buy 5 billion market cap token. Then we have Decentraland. So Decentraland, I'm quite bearish on. Not so much updates, not so well graphics. I think it's being run by DAO currently, and when a lot of people are making the decisions, nothing gets done. So let's just put it 3 to 5x. But I think the market cap is quite low. So once meta narrative will be catched up, it can pump as well. 3 to 5x to 3 to 5 billion. Let's check out the highs. So it's 8x from the highs. So at the highs it was 8 billion. Yeah, I'm not sure if, like all of the previous cycle tokens, they would actually like do all-time highs. They might do, they will definitely do some things. But yeah, Decentraland, I'm not so sure on. MATIC, Polygon MATIC. So they have some updates in terms of the new tokens, and the thing that I like is that last cycle MATIC was the choice for games. So if you would want to build games, you would definitely go with MATIC. Right now we have things like AVAX and Beam, and there was recently a partnership announced in between MATIC, Beam and AVAX, which is quite huge by itself. And I think if they would be able to catch up this gaming narrative, and I think they're huge with ZK Syncs as well. So it's different narratives that they're trying to pick up in terms of the market. I think a 10x from current numbers can be quite good in terms of it's quite conservative projection. So the highs, it's 2.2, so it's only 3 times down from the highs, which kind of shows the strengths of the token in the bear market, the fact that they were building and things like that. It's quite nice, quite interesting actually. Yeah, so 10x in terms of this 80 billion market cap. If we would be getting 5 to 7x on the whole crypto market cap, then a 10x here, it does not seem like something that you can't fathom. Sandbox, so this thing I'm definitely more bullish on than Decentraland. They have like Minecraft-like graphics that is definitely helping them to onboard more people in terms of essentially playing the game and things like that. I think that in the process, they fundraise a bunch of funds. They have different celebrities and people basically doing concerts and scenes inside the metaverse. I don't think it's live at this stage, but they have an NFT marketplace. Yeah, I think once the metaverse narrative will be picked up again, this would be one of the best performing tokens. So I would actually put it at 25x at this stage. Let's check out the market cap. I think with gaming pumping and metaverse pumping, yeah, it can definitely be 25x in the peak bull market. It's $7 at the peak. So it's like 14x's down. 14x's from here, it would be just nice. 25x's, I think is doable, it's feasible just because of gaming. It's old project, they have teams, they have connections, they have funds, then they have Minecraft-like looks. So it's essentially, it would be easier for them to onboard new people in the platform as well. So Shiba, let's check out Shiba, which is also a meme token from the last cycle, which is at around, Shiba Inu. Yeah, SHIB, I'm sorry. 6 billion market cap at this stage, 6.5. It's also at 7.4 at the peak. So I think it's like 7 times down from the peak, which is not so bad, I would say. Yeah, I still see these surging. I still see that meme coins would do their thing. And we definitely can't neglect this part in terms of the crypto market. I think it's 10x. So I think it would slightly outperform the market. But it's kind of interesting in terms of the new new narrative, because I think new meme tokens would probably like take charge in terms of the whole thing. So then we have Solana. Solana is doing quite nicely. So it has done 10x from the times in the middle of summer where everyone was saying that Solana is dead project and things like that. And this is something that happened with ETH currently. Everyone is saying that ETH is dead, which is quite interesting. So I think it was $9 like right here. Then it pumped 20, and then it was very nice. So Solana is at 50 billion market cap. It's hard to imagine it will pump more. So it will pump more only if it will become like top token project, and I think it's already top 4 in crypto market cap. So let's assume we would see 7-8x with the increase in terms of the market, just the capitalization of the market. Solana will definitely like do at least what the market will do. 7-8x from here, it's like $700-800, which is quite huge by itself. Maybe I might be seeing 2x on top of that. So putting it into 10x from here, I think it's still a nice chain, because like all this meme coin trading is happening on Solana currently, and it will continue to be happening there just because of the fact that the fees are so low. Gaming narrative is not picked up by Solana a lot, but last cycle we remember Soul Cheeks that fundraised like 40 to 50 million, which is quite huge by itself. To put it 10x, so let's just be optimistic and say that Solana will do a 10x from here, which is 500 billion. So it's a market cap of ETH, but at this stage, because once we would do 6-8x on the whole market cap of ETH would also be around like way larger. It should be actually a couple trillions. So I might see it doing that. So 10x from here, I think it might happen. It might happen, especially if it would correct, and if you would be able to get in like at $60, $50, if you would see like a huge correction. 10x from there is definitely feasible. And here I can't even imagine Solana 10xing from here. I think they're doing very smart things, and with Bonk, it's a very nice marketing campaign for Solana, and there are a bunch of transactions and things happening on Solana currently because of Bonk, because everyone is trading memes on Solana, which is quite nice by itself. So wanted to cover, let's do Uniswap first. So Uniswap is the first, it's like the largest DEX on ETH. I don't think that ETH is dead. Let's actually check out the market cap of Uniswap to be able to provide better projections in terms of that. So 4 billion at this stage. DeFi on Bitcoin will be huge. 4 billion in terms of Uniswap. If we would do 60, so I don't think it will do a lot. I would put it at 5x. So I do think it might actually downperform the market a bit, based on the fact that I think DeFi would surge in BTC, not in ETH. But I think if DeFi would surge in BTC, it should probably surge in ETH as well. At the same time, it's a DEX. So if we would see more exchanges, centralized exchanges dying out, and there is a huge PTSD on the market from the things that happened with FTX, from things that happened with Binance currently, 10x for 4 billion market cap. Let's check out the all-time highs. So it's $40. It's 7x from here. I would put it at 5x at this stage. I think it would do more. I think it might do 7-8x. 10x is quite hard, I think, at this stage, but we will see. So then we're moving to kind of more this cycle tokens. It's a very interesting thing because most of these tokens, they're from previous cycle, and we have altcoins and we have altcoins. So altcoins, these are the coins from previous cycle, and there is no promise in there. So people are not buying them based on the promise. People are buying them based on the traction of the team, things they're showing, amount of transaction, TVL, and things like that. So it's definitely a harder measurement for people to make a decision to buy these coins. And with altcoins of this season, so the ones that appeared in the market in 2023, it's easier because not a lot of people hold a lot of funds in them yet, and at the same time people are buying them based on the promise of growth in terms of the thing. So they did not see much things coming from their end yet, so they can imagine like how good things would be and things like that. So the first one is Rollbit. I would put Rollbit at 25x. If you don't know, Rollbit is a casino. It's a Web3 gaming casino which done crazy numbers recently. It's at 400 million market cap currently. So 25x would put it at 10 billion, which is kind of straightforward. And what I think is that gaming will fly and Gamblify will fly along with gaming as well. And I think that there should be a Gamblify token in top 20, at least top 50 of all the crypto tokens. And I think it might be Rollbit actually, because casino is a very nice business model. So there are rumors and there are talks happening in crypto that to this day, still, the only one viable business model is exchange in crypto that is capable of constantly generating revenue and things like that. And casino is kind of the other thing, because you have a very nice LTV, you have very nice retention rates, no one is leaving the casino, people are constantly losing money, so casino is constantly making money, making revenue. And the thing with Rollbit is when you buy Rollbit and you stake the NFTs, you get the option to acquire the percentage of the revenue that Rollbit is actually making. So I think it's a very nice USP where as a public investor, you would be able to get a chunk of the revenue that casino is generating, which is huge by itself. And they will definitely have money in terms of putting them into the marketing and things like that. And it's a viable business model that is working and was working for hundreds of years already. So this thing, like definitely 25x, I might see doing more from here actually. Then we have Pepe. Pepe I would put right away 25x because it's kind of the meme of this cycle. It originated on Ethereum back in March and spring of this year, 2023. And we have Bonk obviously currently, but if we check liquidity that is locked in Bonk, the liquidity is way lower than in Pepe in comparison to the market cap of the whole thing. So, which means that a lot of tokens of Bonk are being held by some VCs and investors. And Pepe is more like people token, is community token. So most of the funds, all of the liquidity is distributed between the holders of the token. So I think it's a very, very nice pick. The meme is well known by the community. I think the meme is like 15 years old. Everyone on internet knows this meme. They're using this meme currently. It's #1 most used meme in crypto Twitter as well. And in general, in terms of like gaming guys and things like that. So a lot of people, they know Pepe. Pepe is around 600 million market cap currently, 25x, like I see stably from here. I do think it's actually might do like 100x in terms of it would be like 60 billion. And I think Dogecoin and Shiba, they were more than 60 billion at the peak of the bull market. So I think it's a very nice and interesting pick. Render. So it's one of the AI tokens that I basically have in my list here, and I don't have a lot of AI tokens despite the fact that it is definitely a huge narrative and it will definitely run in the market as well. And the thing is Render is that it's connected with gaming part as well, because it's also connected with decentralized infrastructure, because it allows you to process graphics data in a decentralized way and allows users to share the functionalities, share the volumes of their hardware essentially into the blockchain to work faster and easier with the graphics data and render it faster and better and easier. And it's a huge narrative that might be picked up with the metaverse narrative as well, because if you would imagine a decentralized metaverse, the main thing in terms of the decentralized metaverse is the fact that you can't be able to do it with a centralized server. Like there is no company that would be able to sustain this amount of expenses, this amount of graphical resources that you would need to sustain in order for them to be able to render all this information. So decentralized metaverse will only happen with decentralized infrastructure, decentralized hardware in order to make it happen. And it's very, very nice. It's very, very nice. I think it's going to be one of the great combination of narratives in the peak of 2024, 2025. Creative economy, decentralized infrastructure, AI, gaming, metaverse, just very good and a very nice combination. So I only do have 25x here. The reason for that is because Render, I think, is quite a huge market cap at this stage. So it's actually only 1.7 billion. So it's not that much. 25x, 25 billion, I'm sure it will do more than that. So Render, I think is going to do like 100x. It might do 100x from here. And I do actually look to get more Render into my portfolio as well. I don't have any currently. I do think that we might see a large correction and there I would be buying Render. If not, no worries. Then we have Kaspa. So the reason I'm putting it at 10x is because it's done quite a lot of access already. And I think it would be cool enough for quite some time. But the concept is quite revolutionary, and I think it's one of the most performing tokens this cycle. Speaking of the foundational tokens, the community is great. It's just crazy. The technology is great. 10x from here, well, it has done it in the bear market. So 10x from here, yeah, I would probably do put it in 25x. 25x is like 50 billion market cap. Definitely doable once we would see this 7 to 8x in terms of the whole market, plus some access on top for Kaspa, which is which is huge by itself. So then we have Arbitrum, which is layer 2 on Ethereum, and we do also have Optimism, which is also layer 2 on Ethereum, and there are some other things that are connected with Ethereum. So I think layers 2 on Ethereum, they will run as well, and I don't think Ethereum is dead. I think once it would run, they will essentially run like crazy as well. So definitely 10x from here. I do see doing 25x because it's kind of like a new token. Yeah, so it's a new token. It's like from 2023 here actually, and there are a lot of projects that are happening here. They are pretty nice in terms of the DeFi narrative, in terms of gaming. Let's actually put it at 25x because the market cap is quite low currently. It heavily depends on Ethereum, but if you kind of would want to take more risks, so if you are confident in Ethereum ecosystem, but you don't want to just sit at 5x, you can put funds in Arbitrum, and once Ethereum would run, Arbitrum would also run, and Arbitrum obviously would outperform Ethereum essentially in terms of the things that would be happening. Celestia is Atom ecosystem. So if we would check Atom, it's at 4 billion market cap, and if we would check TIA, the market cap of TIA currently is at 2 billion. So Celestia is quite new token in terms of the Atom ecosystem. It's already at 2 billion market cap. And yeah, I think it might run more. I think it might be running along with Cosmos, but I think it's just using the infrastructure of Cosmos. So therefore, there is the case that it even might outperform Cosmos. And there are quite a few use cases for Celestia as well. So I'm thinking about 10 and 25x. So if I would put Atom at 10x, I would think I would want to put it at 25x because it's new thing is from this cycle is definitely will run moving forward. People love these things, market love these things. And I think this might do very, very well. So then we have Stacks. This is probably one of the tokens that I'm most bullish on in terms of all of these things. And you might ask, like, what is Stacks? Like, I don't know Stacks. Interesting thing, not many people don't know anything about Stacks at this stage. Despite the fact that you don't know anything about Stacks, and despite the fact that not a lot of people know anything about Stacks, let's check the whole crypto rankings, right? Let's check. 42 already. Did you know about Stacks? It is already 42 in top 50 crypto on the market currently. Not a lot of people know anything about it. Maybe there is a reason for that. So Stacks is a layer 2 on Bitcoin, which is heavily being adopted by institutionals. There are videos of institutional guys essentially saying, I like Stacks and things like that. So they are buying it in the shadows. They're buying it in the shadows as we speak. This would be one of the largest tokens once Bitcoin DeFi narrative will be picked up by the peak of 2025. I do think it might do 100x from here. I do think. So I do think I put it 25x because Stacks is basically just 25x is the largest I have. But I do think it can do 100x from here because it's DeFi, it's specifically financial focused layer 2. It's layer 2 in Bitcoin in the first place, which is 2 billion market cap only currently. And you don't know nothing about it. Like, where have you been? And it's just crazy. So I'm buying some tokens that are connected with DeFi on Bitcoin like Deco, and I will probably be getting more of AVAX Labs as well. But yeah, I think this thing will be huge. I will be looking to get a bag of Stacks once we're correct. If we're not correct, no worries. I will be just buying an ecosystem of Stacks, tokens like AVAX Labs, like Deco, which I have already, and increasing my bags in that because I think DeFi on Bitcoin will outperform gaming and will outperform any narrative that will be present on the market because it's a DeFi and the largest token. We all remember DeFi on previous cycle, which is basically the largest narrative that outperform all others. And guys from institutions, they will not be buying pictures of dogs. They will not be buying gaming. They will be buying things that they understand. Lending, borrowing money, things like that. And this is Stacks, nothing else. So guys, this is my overview in terms of the tokens that I think will do well and not do well in the upcoming run of 2024-2025. I think you are very well situated if, for example, you have a lot of your funds in these tokens. 25x for a lot of them is quite positive, and I think we should see this at blow off top type of scenario. But we will see what will future give us. And thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.